A little bit of Star Wars news to talk about today. I want to start with these, though. I see these going around on Twitter. I don't know if these are real or not. I hope they aren't real because these boxes are hideous. Horrible, horrible designs. I don't know who approved this. You know, I'm all for like variant physical media cases. I think that they're fun and, you know, some people like to collect them. I just purchase one and I'm good, but I think that there's a market for it, but these cases are god-awful. They are ugly. And first off, why is the ship that Anakin Skywalker flew as a kid on there? Why wouldn't you put his Jedi Starfighter on there that he used? But whatever. I don't make these decisions, and if I did, I definitely would have picked better representations on here. This is just god-awful. But I guess people are saying, yeah, people are mad because Rey's on there. Well, they're mad because she's not Skywalker. Okay, she stole that name. But whatever, that's not the main topic of this video. The main topic is Pablo Hidalgo, who's in the news. If you don't know who this guy is, he's pretty high up at Lucasfilm. Really high up, actually. He's a big part of the story group there. And he's blasting fans on Twitter again. Notably, this guy right here, Star Wars Theory, who has 2.7 million subscribers. I think it's pretty easy to say he's probably the biggest Star Wars channel. Very passionate about Star Wars. I don't really know him, but I do like his content. And what this is coming from is his reaction to Luke Skywalker's return. Okay, you can see here. He was crying. And if you watch his response to Pablo Hidalgo, he made a video where he responds to this guy making fun of him. And it kind of makes sense why he got so upset. So to summarize, when he was a kid, he was going through chemo. And he got really attached to Luke Skywalker, kind of became his rock in a lot of ways. And seeing him return to form after the horrible representation that he got in The Last Jedi, it got him a little emotional. It's fine. But of course, you know, people are going to come out and troll, and that's what happens. I mean, he's not shocked about the troll making fun of him. It happens. It's part of being online. He was upset, though, that Pablo Hidalgo jumped in and made fun of him. That's a little bit different. This is a higher-up guy at Lucasfilm, and it's very, very unprofessional, and he points it out in his video. I do have to ask, though, like, where have you been, though? This has been going on for some time. Lucasfilm employees have been trashing fans left and right. You know, we love your fanboy tears, all that trash that they've been doing. Like, let me give you a little bit of a recap of what happened here in full. So this guy posts this. It's a picture of him crying. That's all he posted. And because Pablo's account is locked, we can't see what he said, but someone did screen cap it. This is basically what he said. Emotions are not for sharing. And the guy responds, if you feel compelled to have an emotional reaction to Star Wars, by all means, have one. Hell, I almost cried at the crate in the theater, and I've never cried at a movie in my life. But don't artificially create that shit for your millions of followers. I believe that his reaction was pretty genuine. But he got this, saw it, said, Pablo Hidalgo is chiming in on this thread, which is making fun of me for being emotional over Luke Skywalker. I don't mind trolls, but I can't see what he said. And I'd hate to believe he would join in as a Lucasfilm official. Can someone who can see screenshot his reply? And someone did. So he says, well, here it is. Basically, Pablo validating that post and undermining my emotions. Expected more from someone so high up at Lucasfilm. That's really shitty to see. And I do have to ask, Star Wars Theory, where the hell have you been? They've been treating fans like shit for a long time. This is nothing new. I am surprised, though, that they're going after somebody so big and who's honestly a pretty, I would say, positive Star Wars channel. He pretty much just does reviews and talks about stuff. gives them a bunch of free advertising. But also, Star Wars Theory, and I doubt he'll even watch us, but don't put your head in the sand and act like this hasn't been going on for a long time, man. Now, I disagree that he did this completely, and I don't think there was anything wrong with his reaction. I believe it was a genuine reaction. But this has been going on for a long time, man. People that work for Lucasfilm, maybe not someone so high up, but Pablo Hidalgo has been doing stuff like this for a long time. A long time. But people that are attached to Lucasfilm and work on Star Wars have been pretty nasty to fans for some time. So don't act like this hasn't been going on, man. Now, I do think Pablo Hidalgo's in the wrong here. I think this is a representation of everything wrong with Star Wars right now, because he is right. He should be professional. He shouldn't be doing this, especially to someone like Star Wars Theory. To any fan, in my honest opinion, you shouldn't be doing this. But this guy brings in so much free business to them. You have to think about that. This guy brings in probably a lot of money. Imagine how many people probably signed up for Disney Plus to watch The Mandalorian based on the hype that he brings that show, right? Or maybe they'll buy a game because of the hype that he brings it. And to say that he doesn't is foolish. The dude has 2.7 million subscribers, so that's quite a reach, okay? Every video that he has, look, he's got 1.5 million on his Vader 2 trailer, which looked pretty dope, to be honest. Here he is showing off their products based on an unboxing. A Star Wars Celebration sent me a big box, okay? So what are you doing? Like, this is just them undermining and destroying fans and hype. Like, you've already got a Rocky franchise right now, and you're doing good with The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian's doing a great job in bringing people back together, like, in their enjoyment of Star Wars. No one's mocking, like, no one's, if anybody's going after The Mandalorian, it's to say, hey, the plot on this episode was kind of weak, or hey, this was, could have been better. It's not about an agenda. No one's like, oh, there's agenda in this, or the way they treated this character. For the most part, people like the show. Any kind of disagreement is usually nitpicking. I think the biggest complaint is, yes, the show does kind of feel like a video game story at times, but for the most part, I think that that's pretty positive. Those are the kind of discussions we're having. We're not arguing about the Mandalorian like being deconstructed or drinking milk out of a green, like drinking green milk out of some animal. Like it's a show that everyone seems to enjoy on some levels. Okay, they're doing a good job on that front. But when you have high up employees still trashing fans, it brings it all back, and it should not be allowed. And people like this should be heavily reprimanded, not fired right away. He should get in trouble, and then if he does it again, we might want to look at that. But they won't do that. Lucasfilm and every other company refuses to crack down on their employees that shit on fans. And that should be the biggest sin for a company to do. It's unprofessional, and it's bad business. And if anything, it shows you that some things are just never going to change when it comes to Star Wars. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.